The easy life. When I was young, I thought life was simple. My father had money, so I did not worry. I did not study much. I did not work. I had everything I wanted. If I saw something nice, I asked my father, and he bought it for me. My friends told me to plan for the future, but I laughed. Why should I work? Why should I worry? My father had money, and that was enough. Every morning, I woke up late. I had breakfast in bed. I watched TV for hours. Sometimes I went out with friends. We ate at the best restaurants. We wore expensive clothes. We drove fast cars. Life was easy and fun. I thought it would always be like this. I never thought about money. I never thought about work. When I wanted to travel, I traveled. When I wanted new shoes, I bought them. When I wanted a new phone, I got the best one. My father paid for everything. I did not think about how hard he worked. I did not ask him about his business. I only enjoyed my life. I only thought about today. I never thought about tomorrow. One day, my father called me. He looked serious. He told me to sit down. He said, "Son, we need to talk." I smiled and said, "Yes, Father." But his face did not change. He was not happy. He was not joking. I felt a little nervous, but I did not know why. My father was always kind. He never said no to me. But that day, something was different. He took a deep breath and looked at me. "You are not a child anymore," he said. "You must think about your future." I laughed and said, "Father, I have everything I need." He shook his head. "No, my son. You have everything because I work hard. But life is not always easy. One day, things may change." I did not understand. I thought he was worrying for no reason. I smiled and said, "Do not worry, Father. Nothing will change." He did not smile back. He looked at me for a long time. Then he said, "We will see." I did not know what he meant. I thought he was just in a bad mood. I stood up and left the room. I did not think about his words. I went out with my friends. I laughed. I spent money. I did not know that my life was about to change. The next morning, I woke up late. As always. I stretched and picked up my phone. There were many messages from my friends. They wanted to go out. I smiled and got ready. I wore my best clothes, sprayed expensive perfume, and walked downstairs. But when I reached the living room, I saw my father again. He was waiting for me. His face was serious. "Sit down," he said. I sighed and sat. "Father, I have plans," I said. He did not care. He looked straight at me. "You are not a boy anymore," he said. "You must learn about life." I rolled my eyes. "Father, I know about life," I said. He shook his head. "No, you do not," he said. Then he said something strange. "Come with me." I followed him outside. He walked to his car. I did not know where we were going. He did not say a word. I sat next to him, confused. He started driving. The city looked different that morning. I saw people walking fast. I saw workers cleaning the streets. I saw men selling food on the side of the road. I had never looked at these things before. That day I noticed. After some time, my father stopped the car. We were in a part of the city I had never visited. The buildings were old. The streets were not clean. People looked tired. My father pointed at a man selling fruit. "Look at him," he said. "He wakes up at dawn. He works all day. He does not rest. He does not complain. He works to feed his family." I did not say anything. Then my father showed me a small shop. Inside, an old woman was sewing clothes. "She has been working for 40 years, he said. "She does not have much money. But she works hard every day." I looked at the woman. She was tired, but she did not stop. She kept working. I had never seen people like this before. I had never thought about them. My father turned to me. "You see now?" he asked. "Life is not easy for everyone. Some people work hard every day, but you, my son, have never worked a single day." I felt strange. I wanted to say something, but I did not know what to say. I looked away. For the first time in my life I felt small. I felt different. Something inside me had changed. We got back into the car. My father did not speak. He just drove. I sat quietly thinking. The images of the men selling fruit and the woman sewing clothes stayed in my mind. I had never thought about people like them. I had never thought about work. My life was easy. But now, I was different. I did not know why. After some time my father stopped the car again. This time we were in front of a large building. It was his office. I had been there before, but I never stayed long. I felt like I was in the car. My father stayed long. I only visited when I needed money. My father got out. "Come," he said. I followed him inside. The office was busy. People were walking fast. Phones were ringing. Papers were everywhere. My father took me to his office. He sat down and looked at me. "Do you know what I do every day?" he asked. I shrugged. "You work," I said. He nodded. "Yes. But do you know how hard I work?" I stayed quiet. He continued. "I wake up early. I make big decisions. I solve problems. I take care of this company. And I do all of this for you." I looked around the office. I saw tired workers. Some were writing reports. Some were making calls. Some looked stressed. I never thought about these things before. I only saw the money my father gave me. I never saw how he earned it. I felt something strange inside me. It was guilt. Then my father handed me a small notebook. "From tomorrow, you will work here," he said. I laughed. "Me? Work?" I asked. He did not laugh. "Yes," he said. "You will start from the bottom. You will learn." I was shocked. "But I don't need to work," I said. My father shook his head. "You do," he said. "Because one day, I will not be here. And then, what will you do?" I did not know what to say. I had never thought about life without my father. I had never thought about the future. I had never thought about anything except my own comfort. But now, I had no choice. My father had decided. Tomorrow, my life would change. Tomorrow, I would start working for the first time in my life. The next morning, I woke up early. It felt strange. I was used to sleeping late. But now, I had to work. I got dressed and went downstairs. My father was waiting for me. He gave me a small bag. "Your lunch," he said. I looked at him in surprise. "Lunch? Can I eat at a restaurant?" I asked. He shook his head. "Workers bring their own lunch," he said. "And today, you are a worker." We left the house and drove to his office. When we arrived, he did not take me to his big office. Instead, he took me to a small room. There were many desks, people were working on computers. A man came to us. He was wearing glasses and looked serious. "This is Mr. William," my father said. "You will work under him." Then he left. Mr. William looked at me. "Come with me," he said. He walked fast. I followed him. He gave me a chair and a small desk. "You will check these papers," he said. He put a big stack of papers in front of me. "Look at the numbers, find mistakes, mark them." I stared at the papers. "All of them?" I asked. Mr. William nodded. "Yes, and work fast." I sat down and started. At first, it seemed easy. But after an hour, my head hurt. The numbers looked the same. My eyes felt tired. I wanted to stop, but I couldn't. Everyone around me was working. Nobody was resting. Nobody was talking. It was not like my old life. This was different. This was work. By lunchtime, I was exhausted. I opened my lunch bag. It was simple food, no fancy dishes, no expensive drinks. I ate quietly. I watched the other workers. They ate quickly. Then they went back to work. No long breaks, no fun conversations, just work. I missed my old life. I missed my freedom. But I also felt something new. I felt respect. These people worked hard every day. And now I was one of them. The afternoon was even harder. My back hurt from sitting. My hands were tired from writing. I wanted to stop. I wanted to go home. But I couldn't. Mr. William came to my desk. He checked my work. He found mistakes. "Do it again," he said. I sighed. I wanted to argue, but I didn't. I just nodded and started again. When the day finally ended, I felt different. I was tired. But something inside me had changed. For the first time, I understood how hard people worked. For the first time, I understood that money did not come easily. As I walked out of the office, I saw my father waiting for me. He did not ask me how my day was. He only smiled. And for the first time in my life, I smiled back. Not because life was easy, but because I had earned that smile. The next day, I woke up early again. My body was sore. My hands were stiff. I had never felt this way before. I wanted to stay in bed, but I couldn't. I had work to do. I got dressed and went downstairs. My father was already at the table. He looked at me and nodded. "Good," he said. That was all. But it felt different. It felt like he was proud. When I arrived at the office, Mr. William was waiting. He did not smile. "You were slow yesterday," he said. "Today worked faster." I wanted to say something, but I didn't. I just sat down and started. The papers were in front of me again. The numbers were waiting. My head still hurt. My back still ached. But I worked. I did not stop. By noon, I finished my task. Mr. William checked my work. He found fewer mistakes. Better, he said. Just one word. But it felt good. It felt better than buying something expensive. It felt better than wasting time with friends. It felt like I had done something real. I had never felt this before. I had never cared about work before. But now I did. During lunch I sat with other workers. They talked about their families. They talked about their problems. They laughed. They ate fast and went back to work. I listened to them. I had never thought about people like them before. I had never thought about what they went through. But now I was sitting with them. I was one of them. The afternoon was hard. Mr. William gave me more work. Let's see if you can handle this, he said. I wanted to complain but I didn't. I just nodded. I focused. I worked. The hours passed. My back hurt. My hands ached. But I kept going. I wanted to prove that I could do this. I wanted to prove it to myself. At the end of the day, Mr. William looked at me. He did not smile, but he said, "Not bad." Just 2 words, but they meant a lot. I nodded and left the office. My father was waiting outside. "Tired?" he asked. I nodded. He smiled. "Good," he said. I understood now. I understood why he made me do this. And for the first time I did not want to run away from work. I wanted to learn more. Days passed. Then weeks. Then months. I worked every day. At first it was hard. My body hurt. My mind felt tired. But slowly I got better. I made fewer mistakes. I worked faster. Mr. Williams still did not smile, but he stopped complaining. Sometimes he even said, "Good job." Those words felt better than any gift I had ever received. I started to understand money. Before I only spent it. Now I saw how hard it was to earn. I watched my father work. I saw him make big decisions. I saw him handle problems. I saw him take care of the company. I had never respected his work before, but now I did. He was not just a man with money. He was a man who built something with his own hands. One evening my father called me to his office. He looked at me for a long time. Then he said, "You have changed." I did not know what to say. He continued, "At first you were lazy. You did not care about work. But now you understand." I nodded. He was right. I was not the same person anymore. I felt different. I felt stronger. Then my father surprised me. He took out a small key and gave it to me. "This is your office," he said. I was shocked. "My office?" I asked. He nodded. "You are ready for more responsibility. You have worked hard. Now it is time to take the next step." I held the key in my hand. It was small, but it felt heavy. It was not just a key. It was trust. The next day I moved to my new office. It was small, but it was mine. I had my own desk, my own chair, my own work. I was no longer just a worker. I was learning how to lead. It was not easy. I made mistakes. I had bad days. But I did not give up. I kept working. I kept learning. I wanted to be like my father. I wanted to build something of my own. Looking back, I laugh at my old self. I thought life was easy. I thought money was simple. But I was wrong. Life is work. Life is effort. Life is building something with your own hands. My father taught me that. And now I am ready for the future. Not because I have money but because I have learned how to earn it.